A New York judge has decided today that Jonathan Majors will be sentenced next week on his assault and harassment conviction. Judge Michael Gaffey has denied the defense motion to set aside the verdicts and strip the guilty results against the Creed 3 actor that a jury delivered on December 18th last year. With this last Hail Mary effort now dead, Majors will be sentenced on April 8th as previously scheduled. The one-time Marvel star potentially faces up to a year behind bars. And so I would think to say this is surprising that this case will go this way given how many lies that Grace Jabari told, but it's really not surprising that this case would go in her favor. Jonathan Majors facing up to a year in prison. Some people say, "Oh, that's not a lot. That's good. If you do a year, he'd be right back." But is it really good that you would have to do a year for something that you were not, or something that you should not have been found guilty for? I mean, the dude did everything he could do to not harm this woman. There was witness testimony saying that she was the aggressor, fighting him in the car. He got out the car. She fighting him, get out the car. He tries to put her back in the car. He then runs from the lady. She chases him all down the street, round the corner, all this stuff. She doesn't catch him. She goes out partying for the rest of the night. Told the police, "Oh, he broke my finger," all this stuff. You can clearly see in the videos that she out, break dancing and doing all type of stuff. Doing jujitsu on people. No, I'm playing, but I'm just saying, like, it was a lot of lies that were confirmed that she told in this case. She broke into the man's home, was there waiting on him after he got back. And it's like they can take little stuff of public opinion. First of all, they got the big black man, the lily white, innocent woman thing going for them, right? They use that ever since back in the day. They would portray this in movies. It's a tactic that they often used, where it's like the big scary black man and the lily white woman. You know what I'm saying? So they got that working for them. Then they had the audio of him talking about, Coretta Scott King and Martin Luther King, and somehow they took offense to that, right? Women got offended by that. Ooh. But it's really what did he say in that? Like, he pretty much said, I'm a great man attempting to do great things. And if you're going to be attached to me, you need to hold yourself to a certain standard of greatness as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't have just anything standing next to me. But they take little things like that and they apply it and they flash it to the public and then judge the guy on the court of public opinion, which isn't supposed to creep into the actual trial, but it does, right? Because you can see from the outcome. And it makes me want to ask the question, like, do we really live in a patriarchal society? Because women love throwing that around. We patriarchy and the patriarchy, and we're so oppressed and this, that, and other. Maybe that was something that was true the further you go back in time, you know what I'm saying? But as far as how things are right now, not so much. Do women still deal with some inequality? Yes. But if you look at women today, they are some of the most liberated women that you'll ever see in any history, to the point of ridiculousness. Like, they can do whatever they want to do. Women are not allowed to behave this way that they behave in America in most other countries. You understand what I'm saying? Everything about the society works in the favor of women. They reap all the benefits without doing any of the work. Like, who does all the infrastructure work of the world? It's men that are underground putting cable, huge wire cables from here to China. It's men that are digging oil. It's men that are on top of these towers that in zero below degree weather. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything is fine, that our Wi-Fi would work and all this type of stuff. It's it's men who do all these jobs women sit back and whine about the pay gap, but there is no pay gap because the women don't want to do these jobs. And obviously, these jobs being some of the most important jobs in society, they pay more. So, how is it that women can get mad at men for a job that women don't want to do? They pick jobs that pay less because they want to do the more dainty and cute jobs. Less work, less labor. You know what I'm saying? They could do them if they wanted to do them, but they don't. So they whine about, oh, there's a pay gap. But it's like, if this really were a patriarchy, would why don't men get the benefit when it comes down to the judicial system? It would only make sense because of the reason that women say it's a patriarchy, because men are in place, presidency, politics, you mostly see men. So it's like, why is it that you mostly see men in these positions of the judicial system? I keep messing with that word, man, judicial system. But when it comes down to getting justice, like between a man and a woman, the woman is the one that benefits the most from it. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to alimony, divorce proceedings, custody, when it comes to children, child support, paternity fraud, any type of rape allegation or assault allegation, all of these things, there has to be no proof that women need to bring. It's just them just uttering that something was done to them or they were wronged usually gets them a favorable outcome in the judicial system. And then if it comes out that they were lying, later on about some allegations or whatever, and I mean like lying from the start with full intent to defraud, they receive no punishment for it, right? So it just it makes me wonder, because we see this too often, man. It's just I didn't think that she really had a case, but not only does she have a case, he's going to have to do up to a year in jail, and also he's already had his career sidetracked. He's been pulled from movies. Who can tell you however other many countless movie roles that he's lost surrounding his case, and however many more roles that he will lose going forward, even though you can clearly see her as the liar in all of this. But flash a few tears, you know, not to mention she got the blue-eyed, blonde hair going for her, white skin, big black man. It works in their favor. But like I said, we shouldn't be surprised at this outcome. We often see it. But let me know what you think. It's your boy Pete Cam. Let me know what you think, what you don't think. Get at your boy.